This is New Zealand's biggest gap year, an epic challenge that my partner Laura and I decided to tackle a few years back. The challenge? 365 activities all around New Zealand in 365 days. And today we are in the town of Whakatane. We're going to be checking out a lovely little bushwalk and one of the cheapest hot springs in New Zealand. So I see you at the end of the video. This morning we are leaving the Awakeri holiday park relatively early for the White Pine Scenic Reserve. We'll get back to the holiday park around the end of this episode to show you the amazing hot pools, but for now we're exploring this great bird-filled scenic reserve.
The White Pine Bush Scenic Reserve is just a short drive out of the city centre of Whakatane, and within the reserve there are two really short and easy walks which are loop walks ranging between 30 to 40 minutes long.
The White Pine Reserve is named after the New Zealand white pine, which is the Whakatane tree, which obviously is very prominent in this reserve. It's really surprising the amount of wildlife that we get to see in this very small reserve as well. We get to see a ton of insects because, well, we learned last night how to spot them, which obviously is our new hobby, and we also see heaps of birds really high up in the trees. And those birds are really high up in the trees because the Whakatane tree are actually the tallest trees in New Zealand. But because New Zealand has such a wealth of bird life, we also see birds right before our eyes at eye level.
What have we found, Laura?
Found a fantail.
One of the most common types of birds that you're likely to see in New Zealand forests is the fantail, and that's because they are so not scared to come super close to you, and that's mainly because you're upturning all the soil as you're walking, which upturns all the bugs for them to eat. After taking loads of pictures of that adorable little fantail, we continue along the track seeing a lot more birds. In particular, we are seeing tui, which is a type of songbird in New Zealand. They make the most amazing noises and actually sound like robots from Star Wars. And hey, we even see a kiwi bird in broad daylight. And then we continue on the track where we are surrounded by this amazing forest, which not only is covered in the Whakatane tree, which is the white pine, but also lots of bushes like kawa, which we've tasted in a few episodes if you remember back. And also there is the nikau palm trees, which are these exotic looking palm trees. Luckily the walk is very short though, leaving us enough time in the day to do a second activity in Whakatane, which is going to the Awakeri hot springs.
Yep, that's right, we're back at our holiday park to experience what it's really famous for and meet the wildlife.
Oh, look at this little guy. He's made a nest in your eyebrows.
Oh, well, you know, there's enough to sustain a whole family right here. It's cleaning itself right now.
Whereabouts is it? Is it like right on top?
It's fighting your earrings, it's like boom, boom, boom.
After releasing these prey mantis into the nearby woods, we are getting back to what we're here for, trying out this awesome geothermal pool. This hot pool is really unlike any of the other hot pools we've ever been to because this one is actually shaped and as deep as a normal swimming pool. It's pretty rare, usually it's like really small hot pools, like a bit of a jacuzzi, but this one is the big, huge one. There is a couple of private hot pools, but this one is very different. The temperature though is nice and soothing. It's about 37 to 39 degrees Celsius. For you American, it's a lot of Fahrenheit. You're gonna have to Google it, I'm sorry. And it's a perfect temperature for us to relax in these hot pools.
The great thing about these hot pools is that you can choose either to sit down and relax and soak in those natural geothermal waters, or you can treat it like a normal swimming pool and just splash about in the water, which, to be fair, Robin and I are a bunch of kids, so we do exactly that. Another great thing about the Awakeri hot springs is that if you are staying at the holiday park, it is free entry to come and go as you please, which is also what we are doing as well, but otherwise if you just want to visit the hot pools, it's a small admission fee. But this is not the only geothermal activity we're going to be experiencing in Whakatane, because tomorrow we're heading to New Zealand's only active marine volcano, which is White Island.
Alright, so in this section of the video, I usually go over some of the comments and questions you guys had the first time we publish it, but today it starts with quite a really amazingly nice compliment that I got from Kasten Herschel, saying, recently I started planning a gap year to New Zealand. Stumbling across your website and videos has been a blessing. I'm really shocked that these videos aren't incredibly popular. The quality is amazing. Keep up the good work, guys. Yeah, well, I think it's all has to do with a little bit of a personality. I think we're just a little too excited about New Zealand, and the narration kind of showcases that. So I think it has a little bit to do with that. Aside from that, feel free to share all our videos and see if they can get a little bit of momentum. But yeah, that's true. Most of our videos have under 1,000 views, and this is why we are able to do basically everything we want. We're not making, the videos is not what we're working as. It's not all the everyday job. So we just do what we actually think people may need, and we focus on our everyday job to do the website called NZPocketGuide.com, which is New Zealand's largest travel guide, and actually make that a little bit more mainstream with all the tips and everything. So it gives us a little bit of freedom on YouTube, which I don't mind too much. With lack of success, you also get plenty of freedom. Ruth Holman says, yep, I stayed at the motor camp and made a good use of the pools. It's great, isn't it? It is really cool, hot pools, because also they're really big and everything. And also we have the Happy Carlson that noticed that at the 2 minutes-ish mark, there is a kiwi bird, but that is a fake. And I agree, it is a fake. It was just a quick joke. All right, so that's all the questions and comments you guys had the first time we published this video. If you have some new questions of your own, make sure to put them in the comments and I'll review them at some point for sure. And on top of that, if you are planning a trip to New Zealand, make sure to join some of our live shows. It's happening at 8 AM every single Sunday, and we answer all your questions about traveling in New Zealand. So make sure to join us then. It is a lot of fun, and we will help you make the most out of your holiday in New Zealand. And on top of that, you can check out NZPocketGuide.com, what Kirsten was talking about, the awesome, largest New Zealand travel guide. It's available for free at NZPocketGuide.com. So check it out, visit it, plan your trip to New Zealand, have fun, have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.